to interfere with freedom of speech. And has this happened? Very, very confusing country, the United States. Do let me know. Is it a genuine question? Do laws apply to Congress that don't apply to some articles of the amendment to the Constitution apply to Congress that somehow don't apply to the presidency?
Properly. So I'm just seeing if it'll grow in. One last go at it.
Now from Australia.
My question is...
It's called freedom of speech, this one, yeah? It's right, it's still a bit hot in here, so I've got the window open full in the other room now. I'm not going to put the fan on because obvious reasons, isn't it? It's going to make a fucking racket while I'm making a video. Well, been up the shop anyway. My amount what I had left over was eaten up pretty quickly by the COVID increases, shall we say. And I forgot to get my ciggy filters. I should have a scooter out and there'll be packets of this here, there and everywhere in cupboards and in drawers. So there'd be enough to get through. I don't do these types of videos full frontal, not because I'm hiding my face or anything else. Just the way I do them. I'm not an eye contact person. Not because I'm trying to hide anything, but simply because I don't like people, some people do that, look you in the eye and try to play with your intent, if that makes any sense. You can, some people can look right through people while looking in their eyes, you know what I mean? And that's like someone bearing into your soul, innit? And I avoid that sort of shit. I don't like that. It's not because I'm trying to hide anything or the person's trying to dominate me or anything like that. Just don't like that. Makes me feel uncomfortable, and I don't like to feel uncomfortable. If I feel uncomfortable or threatened, then there's a risk in that. So I just don't act like that. Previous stepdaughters I've taught to walk. Been asked if I want to adopt them by their own fathers, and it's like, how can you offer your child to another man like that? How can you do that to your daughter? Haven't you got no self-respect or any love for your daughter? The person's daughter has now got a nice relationship with her father. And I keep out of the way because I was a stepfather. But I still have love for the girl. She's still on my friends list. There's your answer to that. So for that reason alone, I say don't get things twisted. Insinuations would imply that what? I know you'd be offending the girl, wouldn't you, if you got it wrong? So be very fucking careful. No, nothing like that with me. What we got today? Puerto Rican coffee, because I wanted an instant coffee, because I don't want to be proper hyper having to go and do the wall out the back there. Yeah, I'm greyer and older. Growing a bit of face fuzz at the moment because I've got to the point where I don't care. If it grows properly, it grows properly. Just seeing one last time if it does grow properly or anything, or if I can actually do anything with it. just for some different look. I tried it in prison. My son told me to shave it off as soon as I came out. I was like, well, fuck you, you got a fucking beard. You kept moaning about the state of your fucking beard. Because it ain't all bushy like your mates. You see what I mean? So, yeah, I'm just seeing if it grows in. Trim up this bit while that bit's growing in. That bit's growing in. See if that's going to grow in properly or not, this side. Because that's the side with the brain injury, remember? Look carefully. Hit this side of the head. Split that side of the nose. So, impact. Split. Shattered the nose bone. This is a 4 or 5 year old kid. No brain scans. Stitch you up, send you home. I nearly died that weekend. And a weird thing started happening from that point in time. Started getting glimpses ahead. Started noticing electrical phenomenon to do with energy. And it's been like that entirely through my life. What can I say? That's me telling you the truth. I've honed it, discounted all negatives, all coincidences, so it could be this, might be that, what's triggered that, so I've had to work it all out. What moods manipulate it, what triggers it, that sort of stuff. So I've had to get to know myself very, very well. And the only way I could do that was through solitude. So why haven't I settled down? Got nothing to do with Sarah's Law, mate. I haven't settled down because I've been sorting myself out. There's your fucking answer. Put yourself right first before you get back into a relationship and fuck up another relationship. So do your self-work first before you try judging other people. There you go. Right, am I making sense or not? I'm laying down like this because it's the most comfortable position for me. You know? I'm not trying to project anything else. I'm not trying to project physique or anything like that. I've got a nearly 60-year-old body now. It's a bit jelly belly around now, but there's a six-pack underneath it. You can still see it, you know. The bone edges are a bit sticky outy, but there's still muscle there. But some of the muscle has deteriorated and wasted away from inactivity. Arms got thinner, leg muscles got thinner. There's a lot of bagginess. Look, there's a lot of bagginess from the hunger strike and that, where my body mass was being hit away by my body. You see what I mean? So, did I bullshit anyone? Or did I tell the truth? Did I mind what I said? Mind my P's and Q's? Of course I did. And the reason, part of the reason why I was put away was because I wouldn't shut up about what I'd found out. You know? The actual act, what they used to convict me, was caused by state medication. I was on amitriptyline at the time. Made me very growly-headed in the morning, you know. You know, you can't get your thoughts right in your head, and you wake up and you get out of bed with the fucking wrong head on, and you got one of your kids at your door, fucking, I need to book that coach today, come on, get up, come down the shop, get the money sorted out so I can go and sort that out. It's, I don't need this first thing in the morning. Let me fucking come to first. Let me have a coffee, wake up. Come on. It's like, fucking, I'm nearly fucking 60, mate. You're rushing me like I'm a fucking, you cunt. Stop. I had one other child before, the night before that, fucking being very disrespectful, cutting ties. Well, if that's what you want to do, fuck you, I still love you. You keep your man's fucking bollocks and your opinion to yourself until your mother puts you right about your thinking. I had a word with her, left her to it. Grown man, upset because he thought I was putting my own children first before my firstborn. No, weren't like that at all. That's just outside eyes looking out, looking in, assuming, innit? You don't threaten the system to free your son without comebacks, do you? Especially when it was costing him lots and lots of money for security operations. From a November the 5th night in London. And it was literally pranking the security services, get them chasing ghosts while getting out the message, stop fucking about and free my son, his mother wants him home for Christmas. Simple message, just kept repeating it. Cost the system millions in security operations where they was thinking something was going to happen and then it didn't happen, and then they got spooked by the fucking crowds and then took deliberate action, put a ring of steel around the fucking Parliament and the Buckingham Palace. Oh, it's that family again, isn't it? Better watch what I'm saying, ain't I? Oh dear. Lizzie Ratzinger. There's no smirk, is there? As I use that word. Lizzie Ratzinger. Right. Do I get any satisfaction from mentioning that name like that? In a way, yes. I'd be wrong to say that I didn't get some sort of satisfaction from saying it like that, knowing what it meant. Let me explain that. You believe in something. You believe in something so much that when it turns out to be proved true, every time it's mentioned after that, it just makes you smile. Just knowing the real thing behind it. Because that to me confirmed my belief. It didn't confirm their belief, it confirmed my belief. That was my personal relationship, remember. I was told not to worry and I didn't worry. I put my total trust in that. And that's how it ended. For now. Whether I get my happy ending or for not bowing down to the flag, get a bullet in the back of the head or accidented off or whatever, or set up, or tried to be set up. Who knows, who cares? I don't. I only got so long left now anyway in life, and if I die as a persecuted martyr, they create even more problems for themselves, don't they? I'm living in peace. So, 33 quid for the bits that I needed to get me through, out of 40 odd quid. What did I buy? A 2-pinter of milk, a bottle of squash, a 49p chocolate sachet to go in my already instant coffee that I had. A pack of sweeteners, £1.70. Double the price of what they are in a supermarket or Poundland. £1.70, nearly £2 in it. Yeah. White bread, brown bread. Nah, fuck it. I felt like some Hovis seeded or whatever it is, you know. Just different mineral intake, innit? Rather than bleached flour or whatever, I thought I'd gonna have some decent snacks this weekend anyway, and so bought myself a cheap pack of Co-op ham. Already got cheese at home, so I didn't need that. And a bag of lettuce. Obviously looking at the end of the cuts on the inside of the bag, getting the best looking one that'll last 2 days in the fridge. So not too brown on the ends of the cuts, you know what I mean? £1.30, 30p more expensive than the thingy. The cheap backy what I've been buying, John Player Special rolling tobacco. This one, with your 3 Rizlas inside it, or Players JPS. It's the better tasting of the cheap backies. Yeah. They've put the price back up on that. That's not now on special offer. I could have gone without tobacco this weekend and gone on the vape, just to, if I wanted to, last of my thingy on the end of the month cycle, right? I went without to have that money left. Got enough dog food kibbles for tomorrow. They've got theirs out for today. And they've all had a good old munch. They got a tin of dog food to go with the last of the kibbles tomorrow. And then just a tin of meat, because they're still on diets, especially fat bitch. And then they'll have a big tin of meat between them on Monday, and bread and stuff like that. Maybe boil up some pasta for them. No, they can't have bread because it's got seeds in it, innit? Boil up some pasta, that sort of stuff. There you go. Little yappy dog barks out the back. They rush towards the fence. Leaving the front door open, leaving the back gate open is obviously a trap for them, innit? So you can see that one coming. Do I take responsibility for the actual act of violence? Of course I do. But if someone's running towards you to hit you, and you're waiting for the hands to raise up, you watch the body start leaning into the punch. You know the punch is coming. You move slightly and swing instinctively for the hand that's coming up to ding you. Because it's coming up to try and knock my head off, really, knock my block off, as was said, right? because he leaned into it, he got it across the forehead instead of the hand, because the head was leaning in as the punch was coming up. So he didn't get his hand, he got his forehead. And I stood there, assessed the situation. He was stunned. I said, "Don't go no further," or something to that effect. He's looked at me. His hand twitched to come up again. Bang. But I couldn't remember that second hit, because it all happened so fast. I was under medications at the time. Didn't come out in court. But I didn't remember the second hit. Red mist had already descended by that point, and it was like, you know, I said I dealt with it in one action. There was the second hit. But as I was trying to replay it back in my mind, didn't see it because of the red mist, see? But it was all one motion. There wasn't enough time to make any real decisions. It was bang, done. That was 3 years of frustration come out in that point in time. Dig, 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 dig. Provoke, 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 provoke. Doing it with his witness. In front of his witness. After clearly walking away, well, you're running around on this, on that. Be careful, you might find out, mightn't you? And he found out. After I clearly told him, leave me. I'm just trying to live my life. I'm not your whipping boy. Don't be trying to bully me. You sad little fucking narcissist. Stop playing games with my life. He lost someone. I lost someone. Bigger man though. Right? Didn't start annoying my neighbour. I didn't try to kill my neighbour, did I? When my father died. I didn't act up. I didn't start going this, that, the other, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, did I? No, bigger man. Brought up differently, eh? I could have just, you know, oh, I'll take it out on that cunt like I took it out on that. Nah. Right, what are you barking at? What are you barking at? No one's knocked at the door, shut up. No. My eyes are stinging a little bit today. Bad eyesight, should be wearing glasses, but what the hell? I can see it well enough out of my left eye. You just telling me someone's getting back, are you, Marnie? You vibing or? Reacting to energy? Let's have a quick look. On YouTube. Yeah, I want to try and keep this one short. Oh, it's another fucking 24-minute one. See what I mean? Like, what have I got to do? Have I got to sit and write what, you know, map it out what I'm going to be saying in a video or whatever? Nah, I don't do videos like that. It is as it is. It's a personal diary, remember. It's not an act. Right, what was I going to do? Check the camera. Hyper. Is there the same potential to upset my own family members, like what happened in prison? Where one of my family members was in my cell, treating me with disrespect, and I started changing my surroundings. You know? Ever had intimidating children trying to get their own way? Same as manipulative grandchildren, isn't it? Instead of just doing it your way, sometimes it's better to listen to your elders' advice, the same as I do with my elders, and you might not make the same mistakes in life, might you? Right, how are we doing on the camera? Just seeing what the dog's reacting to. Yeah, he's just telling me the next door neighbour's just pulled back up when he's slammed his car door shut. So that's the energy he's reacting to. And he relaxed again. They haven't been washed yet. I haven't cleaned my teeth yet, that's the only thing I haven't done. I'm going to have a ciggy, have my second cup of coffee that's now actually got milk in it as well. Why am I talking into that? Did I take my fucking antidepressant this morning or not? Let's check on that. Something ain't right. Feel a bit this morning. 6, no I didn't. Well, that's that solved, isn't it? Before I start going on a downward spiral and start focusing on negative shit and stuff. So they are actually working. And pain relief I take as and when. But not just state. If the state stuff's wrong for me, then I refuse to take it and I provide myself with my own medication. And if it's working for me, I'll get left alone doing it. Because I earned that right when I was stopped from dealing in the past. So I ceased all my activities in them days back in the 80s. Was it 80s or 90s? 90s. Beginning of the 90s. Yeah. Yeah, 90s. It was, I think, third child in, and the other one was on the way, and I was going through all the withdrawals as my third child of that second relationship was born, and I couldn't leave the house because I was suffering from speed psychosis. So she had the baby at home. It was a home delivery. All went okay. I went through a full treatment program to solve that addiction, which I couldn't complete in the end because I didn't get support from my family. It all broke down. So more trauma to deal with on top of that trauma. And that's my only regret in life, is that, losing that. Not anything I've done in my life or any people I've hurt in my life or anything like that, because my life weren't fucked up in the beginning, I wouldn't have had to make those choices, would I, to survive? Never took off poor people, only people could afford it. People with insurance and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a face comforter, isn't it? I watched those analytic programs where they're breaking down body language, and that's comfort, apparently doing that sort of thing while you're on video or whatever, or being asked questions or whatever. Doing that, or doing something to your face or touching your face is supposed to be a self-comfort, because you're dealing with the trauma you're talking about, yeah, so there you go. People that can read body language and that, System use it, so think like the system. SLI. It's a very old tattoo. Spitting fire out the mouth or projecting energy from their pineal gland. While in a state of out of body, hence the wings. And that, I would think, would be the spine of the host, wouldn't it, as it's leaving the body. Yeah. This, it's got my initials in the middle of it, and it's it shows you the exit points from the body for the soul, or some of them, put it that way, because there's more than one point where the soul exits the body if you're leaving your body voluntarily or not. No, the outer body stuff. You've got the head, spine. So you've got one at the front of your plexus area, you've got one in your spine area, you've got one there's different points. So it shows that on there, and it's got my initials, and it used to be an engagement ring. It's now not, is it? Because it's completely fucking flat. No, go back. But it was a ring. And it doesn't mean anything to me now, but it just represents a point of history in my life. It's got my initials on it, so no ego there. It just happened to be that. She chose her one, I chose my one. That's what we got each other. You could hear the slight tweak, you'll regret in my voice, but such is life, and it win some, lose some. Fall off one bike and get back on another and carry on riding. Oof. Aren't they getting on top about misogyny and blokes being blokes now? Fucking hell. You know? Unfortunately, I ain't never going to change. Doesn't mean rehabilitated at all, does it? It just means, this day and age with the snowflake culture, would they cancel me for, or attempt to cancel me for talking like I do about certain things? If I'm talking about the dog, I'll call it a dog. If I'm talking about a bitch, I'll call it a bitch. If I say a woman acting like a bitch, it's like, well, you're acting on your base instinct, aren't you, bitch? You're acting like a dog. You're supposed to be a human, remember? You're acting like a bitch. You want me to act like a dog? Well, don't be fucking trying to provoke me with using fucking witchy fucking language, do you know what I mean? Trying to get in my head or under my skin. I'll just tell you, suck my dick, bitch. Call me fucking names. And I'm saying that to male or female, just like I did with the neighbours. No, I haven't had to listen to my Tech 9 replay yet because I'm watching this about freedom of speech, about COVID. And they put me in there like that for having them views. Remember, everything was connected. It was all an accounting and right, we're going to try and fucking program your brain. We want you to think like that. You think like this. You know, I was having things said around me like to myself, mate, do you need your regime? Yeah. So off he goes for a shower. He said, do you need your regime? I said, I had mine this morning, mate. I have a strip wash as soon as I wake up in the morning. Okay. Well, I'll probably have another wash later on this afternoon. Don't know. Depends if I can smell myself or not, doesn't it? If I can smell my bollocks, I'll wash my bollocks. If I can smell my armpits, I'll wash my armpits. Don't judge me. I don't need to be told when to have a wash. As a child, we'd go a week without a fucking bath and have a bath at the weekend, you know what I mean? You grow up, you start getting hormones and chemicals racing through your blood and all that sort of stuff, and it makes your body smell different. So you have to be a bit more cleanly then. But if you're comfortable with your own smell, like a dog is or an animal, you're living life naturally, aren't you? You don't need a regime to buy or sell you or to tell you what to do, or because again we're dipping into the territory of art forms there, aren't we? Morrissey, Irish blood, English heart. I won't let no regime can buy or sell me. We're waiting for the English to wake up. So there you go on that one. Waiting for the English to be woken up and say we're sick to death of Tory and of Labour and spit upon the name of Oliver Cromwell. Because there's nothing civil about war, is there? Reacting to energy outside, remember. It's not the energy in the house. It's because of what I'm talking about, and it's resonating, and there's something reactionary going on outside, and he's reacting to that. Because it's all about distracting, causing problems, and stopping someone from being happy, isn't it? So, is it working? Is it working? Right. DC. Scars and shit. Yeah, there's plenty of them. I don't wear them like badges or one. I've got bags under my eyes. I used to hide them behind glasses because I've got really bad eyesight. Due to that head injury as a child, it's affected the eyesight in that eye. I've worked in chemical places over the years, including one in the Midway Towns galvanising factory, where I was breathing in zinc, sulphur, flux, and then all the carbon monoxide what couldn't get out the building if it was raining over night time and I was on the night shift, earning good money and benefits, you know, for my ever-growing family, and it still weren't enough. You know what I mean? You know what women are like. You get used to one lot. You get used to one way of living, and then you spend, and then you start looking at it differently again, and there's a filter. And then it's like, well, I've got to do that much to be able to pay for that, and if you're doing it as well, that's two lots I've got to sort out before I'm even making any profit. You know what I mean? So it's causing problems. She was taking a dip out of this, and I'd have people coming back to me saying, well, I don't want to be funny with you, mate, but you sure no one's touching that? And you're weighing it out properly. I said, yeah, of course I am. They said, well, it's slightly under. I said, all right, by much? He said, no, just a fraction. I said, no. I said, like somebody having a J out of it before they sell it. I got you. You know? So, I had to stop doing that. Can't leave any behind, can you, while you go out and expect... That's trust, isn't it? That's breaking trust. That's not good. Not good in a relationship, is it? Not when it could have serious comebacks from you, or you lose your customers. But I never went back to that life. Yeah, there was plenty of fake shit about it even in them days. You know, manky bars of soap. How much is that then? 50 quid a bar? 50 quid a bar, you sure, mate? Alright, yeah, I'll palm a couple of them out. A few divs I know. There you go. Look, someone's doing this as one time offer, like, it's not for smoking, this is for like food preparation only. Because it's been treated with stuff to get round the dogs. Yeah, alright, that sounds fair. How much? What to you? 2.5, you can have that one for me. I only paid 2 for it anyway. So I'll have to go and get a couple of ounces of decent smoke, isn't it? But at that time, people were all also in the circles where I was mixing it, because travellers being travellers and things like that, they was working out how to use these new photocopiers that have come on the market in them days, in the 80s and 90s. So they was testing them out with notes, and you know, there was a lot of good printing stuff out and about in them days, and I got caught out a few times, but managed to pass them back out again. In the end, I just stopped accepting 50s from everywhere, post office and everywhere, because it was so prevalent. And then it went down into £20 notes as well, and they really got good at what they was doing. You know? Then it was alarms, bypassing alarms. You know, one group of people were moving to the area and they'd have better knowledge on how to do it, so they'd be discussing it out loud round a bonfire, and you know, and the others are sitting around listening as well, and it's like, yeah, okay, well, who's going to actually do it and prove it works then? Right, well, we're going to have to be a combined effort in it, and everyone get a cut. Yeah, okay. So you got different people plotted up, watching different roads into the estate, stuff like that. You got manholes up. You got someone in there with wire cutters cutting fucking cables until the alarm starts playing up. Then they know they're on the alarm cables. Then the whole lot gets shut off and cut off. Then the door gets booted in after getting lifted up with fucking jacks. They're then in the place and the chains go round the safe and out the fucking wall that gets ripped and out the floor that gets ripped. And he's off down the road on the back of a truck like a cash point machine. There's no police coming because there's no alarm. There's just a silent alarm ringing somewhere and they don't know why, because the alarm system's gone out in that area. So they're checking to see if it's an electrical fault, which gives time for everyone to get away clean. At the end of the exercise, a safe full of money successfully got. Everyone got a cut who was involved, even the watchers. Wasn't the first and the last time. The same place even got done. I think it got done about 3 or 4 times after that before they decided to really up their security and start putting CCTV cameras everywhere. Once one person knew how to do it, then everyone was at it, if you see what I mean. Everyone wanted that money. And it was all Crown and government money, wasn't it? I can hear the kids playing happily out the window. Not bothering me, are they? I've got to do my painting in a minute. I'm only going to do the last of the first coat and then try and do the second coat tomorrow. Because it's not being funny with that paint. It's hard to wash the rollers out afterwards. Because it's got like a film coat in the paint, so it doesn't peel. But it really does protect the brickwork. So I'm looking after the property for them. If they want to sandblast it off the wall when I'm dead, it's up to them, innit? Once it's on there, it's painted, innit? I'm improving the property, so don't say I can't do it. What's slightly different from all the other houses now? Well, you should be thankful for that, shouldn't you, instead of criticising it. Anyone else getting criticised for putting up sheds? Putting up fences? No. Why am I getting it? There you go. Because I don't come from here and I don't come from their tribe round here. That's all that is. Right, now I'm looking directly at the thingy, but as I'm looking at the tablet, I'm noticing my eyes looking that way. But the camera is there on the front of the screen and I'm looking directly at it. Right. But I've got a head injury on that eye from that side, yeah. I can see out of it, but not clearly. Another reason not to fight, isn't it? So if I think someone's moved into the blind spot without good intent, then that'll get a reaction ring, won't it? If I can see it properly, I'll assess. If it's reactionary, it's your own fault. Right, so reactionary to what was done to my family. What did I just say about reactionary? So, Elizabeth Ratzinger and co. And your globalists. If that can happen at a certain point in time, don't ever think your New World Order is going to get away with what it's got planned. If it's got that bad intent that we all suspect it has, don't think you're ever going to get that. Because the people might just say, no, that's not what we want, we're not having it. So you elites might get exposed for what you are. Right, now if I was out in the garden all that yapping and the kids squawking, and I've got my back turned while I'm painting. Because I've been saying I was going to do it on my videos, yeah? And yes, I know my teeth are a little bit stained with tobacco and coffee. Get to this age and you're lucky you still got teeth, your own teeth, you know what I mean? So, of course they're going to be stained, they're going to be perfect after fucking 50 odd years, aren't they? Fuck's sake. But am I judgy about my own appearance? No. I simply don't care. People can take it for what it is or not fucking look. Am I bothered about the smashed in nose? No, of course I'm not. Doctor said to me, well, we can fix that. Why would I want to? Unless it was affecting my breathing in a serious way. Why would I want to be fucking about with what was created? I can't improve on what was created, can I? I could change the physical appearance or something, or push my own teeth out if I need to extract the teeth. You know, using the same chemicals they do, but actually bit by bit over time actually push it out of my face rather than cut it out of my face like they would have had to. I've got teeth now that are snapped off at jaw level. Need taking out, but I did say if I have to take it out myself, I'll do it live. Well, I did that live on the other side of the jaw, didn't I? It was just live over a period of time, bit by bit, pushing it out of my face, pushing the pus out of my abscess from the whole of my jaw. It was right the way along the jaw, so I was like manipulating all the pus out of my face and stabbing my gum with a fucking needle to create weak points to push it all out, and then, you know what I mean, push the actual tooth out. And I've still got the tooth there. So when I go and have my blood test and they say, well, I'll say, well, you'll notice things in there anyway. You know, I didn't get my dental care sorted out and I had to do it myself. So if you find anything like that in there and it's similar to what a dentist would use, you'll know why it's there, wouldn't you? I had a bit of a wobble, but it was because of the pain I was enduring from that. And yeah, it's not there now, is it? It's all sealed up nice and clean. So I've done a good job pushing it out of my face, rather than spending 300-400 quid with hyped up dental bills, going through agony, waiting and waiting and waiting. So bit by bit I've done it myself, the same as some DIY in the place. Got it? What we got now? 53 friggin' minutes. Right. Drug addictions. Taking antidepressants. Excuse me. Do I take anything else now? No. I have my bit of cannabis for my arthritis and that's it. Right, my speaker's charged up. I'm going to put my hat on, let the dogs out in the garden, get set up and do that bit of painting that I said I was going to do. But the dogs are going to have to come back indoors while I do it, which I'll probably have to do a bit of mopping or cleaning something up in between. So let's see what happens. I'll take my other phone out in the garden with me, so if anyone needs me I'll be on my mobile. Let's just make sure it's charged up. Oh, it's got 1 bar, of course. Right, there's the little tiny speaker charged up. My family know what I'm doing today, so they shouldn't need to disturb me while I'm doing it. That's my backup speaker. That's my speaker. I want the phone charger, don't I? Let's have the phone charger for that one and that one. Is that one of these ones or not? Let's just check. Got two different fucking types of chargers now, haven't we? I can't keep it to one frigging charger lead, can they? Right, so I've got two charger leads, one speaker. Let's go and enjoy my Tech 9. Ugh. Right, you dogs know what you're doing. I'll fill your bucket up in a minute. Yeah, we're on the hour mark now, so... Right, got my speaker, got my phone, got my other phone, got the charger lead. I'm ready for a afternoon, doing a bit of painting. So, have a nice Sunday, folks. And Sunday's tomorrow, so I don't think I ain't, you know. It's halfway through Saturday now, so enjoy Sunday. Enjoy your Saturday afternoon if you're watching football or doing your thing, seeing your friends, whatever you're doing. Enjoy yourself, be safe. You know what I mean?